So this is part two. Going to follow up on the expectations side and what expectations you can have from us. Obviously, the expectations and even some of the things we were talking about. We'll dive into a little bit more about culture of honor when you come, and just good things always to be reminded of, no matter where we are. Right? I need to be reminded of that. We're here to serve you. That's part of the expectation from you all to us. And how can we serve you? One way that we want to serve you, first of all, is friendship. And that we're here and we want to be available to talk, and obviously there's going to be limitations on some of those things for just time issues. But and we're going to also get into that in a little bit in structure. But one way that we have envisioned that we could do this and serve you and get together for sure weekly in a structured setting would be, we're going to have weekly team meetings together. You're going to have your own team meetings as the missionary team coming in to support, but your connection then to the local body, your connection to the church. And this will be time for processing, number one. Processing your experiences, processing what happened the previous week, process what's going on, maybe some questions you have about culture. So there will be built-in time for such things. Number two would be preparation. Preparation for your assignment here, preparation for your own missions development. One of the reasons why I'm asking you to purchase that missions book is because I really want this to be just a dynamic, powerful experience to you on every level, both in knowing and being and doing. Knowing your kind of even theological and your own understanding and formation of missions, being that spiritual formation side, and I'm going to touch that in the next video. And the doing is then the practical element, which comes into the preparation. So preparation in your theological development, understanding how it all fits in, but also the preparation in how to prepare you for your current assignment over the 3 months. And there might be different assignments that you're doing. And so that's part of our responsibility. Number three is planning. So then not only just preparing you, but helping you to plan and to think through how it can be effective. And not only I will be doing that, but some of our team. We have a good growing team. There's some dynamic people. And you guys are just going to have such a great time with them. But planning and assistance, because there's going to be some things that you guys are going to do and lead, that might be not necessarily separate from the church, because it's all part of the church, the ministry of the church here, but it may be something very unique that you guys as a team are reaching out to the people in the language school, for example. And the last thing would be prayer. So that we would come together and pray for one another and pray and just worship together. So processing, preparation, planning, and prayer. Nothing you can expect. We're going to offer assistance and adjustments. So when you come, we're going to probably have a little bit more of a structured, first week. We're going to walk you through some different things, and we're going to do a scavenger hunt and a missionary scavenger hunt through the city of Frankfurt to help you get to know Frankfurt. You get, like I said, friendship, laughter, lots of fun. Listen, I believe serving the Lord can be a most joyful thing. It can be very intense, and at times can be very serious. And sometimes when there's, in different contexts, it looks differently. But I believe that we can really enjoy our time together. We'll have meal times together sometimes. We'll probably plan that out more on a week by basis, but you guys will be doing a lot of your meal times probably separately, because you guys are really developing life and finding a rhythm in life. And then, of course, organizational connection and networking. How do you fit, and how can I connect you with the right people? So if I hear from you, you said, I would love to maybe sing a couple of times I'm part of the worship team or something like that, then my job is to help to connect you with the right people who can help make that happen. So those are some of the expectations that we can have, and of course there'll be more, but keep in mind that our time here is limited as well. We are very, very big, very busy, but we're going to make time. That's not the question. We're so excited. You're always going to make time for something that the Lord's doing, but we're very busy. We're planning a church, so that's part of the reason why, and I'm jumping a little bit into the structure element, but when Pastor Dan approached me about even doing this together, and we talked it through, I said, we need a team leader to manage the missionary team, the team life issues. That means team dynamics and even walking through some little cross-cultural stuff and helping people with getting to certain places and making sure that meals are taken care of. That is more with your team than in our boat. where the structure part, and that would be Pastor Melvin and shepherding you guys as people, but then how you connect with the team. So of course you're coming in to a church, and we're pastors as well, so we speak into areas that when we need help. But the structure side is that the missionary team, you guys are coming to serve a local church plant. So it's a service orientation. We're serving and being a blessing. How can we be a blessing? And of course, we've talked to some of those things of how we are anticipating being a blessing to the city and being a blessing in different areas. And we'll have that ongoing conversation. But it all fits within the larger structure. So I'm so thankful for Pastor Melvin and Denise that they're here to serve in that way. Team's here to serve the larger vision. And then you guys obviously work through some of your own team stuff inwardly, and when you do some own team time. I'm just looking at my notes. I'm sorry. Structure, what you have to do and what you're planning is in connection to the local church. You yourselves are not planting, like you by yourself are not planning a church. We're planning a church. You guys are coming into this process, and so that means we all are planning a church, and you have very particular objectives and assignments that just like we do too, and to help you and mobilize that, and of course then we'll all come together, and there'll be different ways that you can jump in within the local church ministry outside of some of the things that you're doing. So you'll be part of the church. The structure is that the team itself is part of the church. But because it's missionary orientation, you'll have things that you want to talk through and work through. So I hope that brings a little clarity. Probably could have a longer conversation a little bit on that. Maybe you can ask some questions, you guys, when you come. But I wanted to give you a little update on that. So that's the structure part. I'll do one more video about spiritual formation. God bless you.